What's up guys, my name's Cam and I'm a certified dog nutritionist. Today I'm going to be discussing different dog and how good this food is for your dog. Is it as healthy as it seems? First and foremost, when people come to me and their dog has a health issue, I ask them, are you feeding your dog a fresh food meal? Because that is the most important thing about nutrition and providing your dog with a diet that's going to work to keep them healthy. It's fresh foods. And Different Dog is one of those companies. I've looked through all the recipes and the proportions are great. They have a high meat content of 60%, and the remainder is filled with fruits, vegetables, mushrooms, which is amazing to see, and other natural ingredients like kelp, salmon oil. So all natural, proportioned well. There are no ingredients that the dog shouldn't be consuming, which I think Butternut Box, who are their main rival or competitor, who make fresh cooked food, they include lentils, which I don't believe dogs should be consuming, especially on a daily basis. They can't really digest them. They're a bit of a cheap filler ingredient. It's great to see they're using all the right ingredients in the correct proportions. They've got 3 chicken recipes, 2 beef, 2 turkey, a lamb and a fish. And in all of those, they're using a different mix of ingredients. They use different herbs. When you're using meats and herbs in combinations, quite human combinations, not only does it give the dog a variation of nutrients, and that helps to create a balanced diet, but it also stimulates them at meal times. Throughout the domestication process, this 40,000 years where humans have worked together with wolves and they've slowly changed into dogs, a massive part why and how we built such a strong bond was sharing our food with dogs. And we see how happy they are when they get our leftovers, that sniffing around us when we're making our own food. It's exciting, it stimulates dogs, that's great. For those who don't know the difference between raw and cooked food, it is exactly how it sounds. There is a slight loss in vitamin content in meat when you cook the food, but there are also some positives to cooking the food. You can access more nutrients in some vegetables, and Different Dog are also able to include mushrooms in their food, which raw foods cannot do. Cooking mushrooms takes out the toxins and allows the dog to access the immune building polysaccharides that are in the food. Mushrooms are an incredible ingredient, one of the most functional out there. More and more we're seeing research come out showing how incredible they are at building up the immune system, battling cancers, preventing cancers, and even being used in the treatment of some cancers. That is how strong they are at boosting your dog's immune system. So one of the major positives of feeding your dog a cooked food meal, they get to eat mushrooms. In terms of price, Different Dog is slightly more expensive, and for obvious reasons. They do have to cook the food, and there really are no cheap filler ingredients in here. All of them are going to be really healthy for your dog. They're exactly what your dog needs to be consuming on a daily basis to ensure that they live their healthiest life. So the price is reflective of the food that you are purchasing. That's what I would mention. I don't get paid by Different Dog, but I have got in touch with them and organised a discount code for anyone who's interested in trying these amazing meals. I've also just noticed on the packaging, they label their omega ratios, their polyunsaturated fat ratios, which are pretty much all balanced in an anti-inflammatory ratio. And that's great too. So I didn't notice that, and that's another positive to Different Dog. I want it to be clear that raw dog food is not at all dangerous for your dog, but cooked dog food is not really any less healthy for your dog. I believe that raw is the most biologically appropriate way to feed your dog, but I also think cooked fresh food meals, especially when they include mushrooms and are proportioned perfectly, are extremely healthy and a wonderful option for your dog. I know that this food will ensure that you don't have to go to the vets as often. You won't have to get in touch with a dog nutritionist like myself, because your dog will be getting the meals they need to be strong and healthy and live their best life. And congratulations, different dog, because you've smashed it.